Hi everyone, I'm April Ibarra, and this is Bold, Not Old. My mission is to empower women over 50 to age with confidence and make midlife a time of purpose, possibility, and vitality. So I'm going to talk about the why, because as you follow me on this journey, and I hope you will, please hit subscribe. You need to understand why this is so important. And I think I have a way of making this very clear to you, why this time in life is so important. Okay, so I've got a ribbon here that represents 90 years, okay? Every inch is 1 year of your life, okay? So there's a couple of terms you may or may not be familiar with. One is lifespan. Lifespan is on average, how long do human beings live? In France, that was the longest living person, and that person was 122 years old. Here in the States, the longest person on record is 119. So, first of all, we have to accept aging is inevitable. We're not going to live forever. That's not a bad thing, right? But we've got to make the most of the years that we have. So that's lifespan. Life expectancy is on average, how long do we live as human beings, right? And I wonder if you can guess. Most people on average live till about 77. Women tend to live longer than men, about 79, 78 years old, men 76, 77. So we've got our lifespan, that's the potential for life. We all know this could be changing in a minute with AI and the way that technology is moving healthcare. But for the moment, we know we're not going to live forever. Okay, lifespan, life expectancy. On average, we're going to live till about 77, 78, 79. Some people could live to 90. Some people could live to 100. Remember, it's not all genetics. As a matter of fact, most people think genetics play a larger role in how long we live and how well we age than it does. It's actually only about, I'm going to give it 30%. Some research says 20%. Of how it influences our aging experience. What is the rest of it? It's how we live. It's our daily habits. And we're going to get more into that on this journey. But for today, let's look at this. And then the other thing is health span. You're going to start hearing more and more about this. Health span is the number of years we live in good health so that we can live and do the things that we want to do. Travel, hang out with our grandkids, get up every day and clean your house, just the basic things that we do in life. And I think the reason aging it has such a negative impact on people is they look at people who aren't aging well on their journey and their life starts to decline, their health starts to deteriorate. There are things that we can do, things in our control. So lifespan, life expectancy, health span is really what we're talking about with Bold, Not Old. We want to expand our health span, right? So we want to live longer in better health. What's the point of living to 100, 110 years old if we can't do anything for ourselves? No one wants that. That's sort of the problem that we have with aging. We go, this is gonna suck. I can't do anything. I'm getting old. It doesn't have to be that way. All right, so we've got this ribbon, 90 years. We're gonna give it 90, say we're 90. Okay, I'm gonna look at this, and I am 62 years old, believe it or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this first part off. I've already lost this part, okay? Look what that gives me. This, if I live to 90, this is what I have left. Every inch of this is 1 year. All right. Now let's say that the last 12 years of my life, I spend in disease and disability. And guess where that is? About right here. Okay. So look at that. That means this last part of my life is going to be with disease and disability if everything averages out like research indicates, which means I only have this many years left of my life. Now, when I did this exercise, it kind of blew me away because I think most of us, and I know this, it's why I'm doing the work that I'm doing. People do not want to think about aging. I understand that, but we have to, right? If we want to live the highest quality of life, if we want to just do everything that we possibly can and live to our fullest, not just, survive, we've got to focus on that health span. We've got to live longer and better. And it is possible. That's what we're going to talk about. In the framework that I have built, there are several pillars that we have to look at. And that is vitality. That's our health, nutrition, sleep. It's resilience. It's how we bounce back, because guess what? Aging will bring loss. Life happens to everyone. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. We're going to go like this. It's like a roller coaster. We know that. Resilience is the opportunity to bounce back, even when things are changing in our life. We have to stay resilient. We have to have purpose. We're going to go into all of these in greater detail. We have to have connections. Loneliness is an epidemic, and the research indicates that loneliness has as much impact on our health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So we're going to talk about connections and filling our life, not with just tons of people, but with quality connections in our life. So we've got vitality, resilience, purpose, connections, lifestyle. How do we spend most of our time? It's the day-to-day things that stack up to either work in your favor or work against you. Okay? And then the last thing is legacy. How do you want to live your life? How do you want to be remembered? The relationships, the compassion, what you give, and also preparing for the end, which nobody wants to talk about. But I think it's important for people to understand towards the end of life what's most important to them. So that's what we'll be talking about in Bold Not Old. Just know that this is not meant to be a Debbie Downer. This is reality. And the more we can understand the time we have left and what we can do to control it, the better our life is going to be. And I think these are the best years of our life. So let's just remember that aging is inevitable, but how we age is not. Keep following me, and I'll start to dig into how you can make a better impact and make sure that your health span is as long as your life.